Hello everybody and welcome back to Electric Mindset. Today I want to show you an interesting project that could lead to something more. Let's take a look. The options are pretty much what you're used to, but the addition of NVIDIA DLSS was a nice little extra tucked in there. The first thing I noticed was the nice title screen and menu system. I was surprised at the lack of an opening cutscene of any kind, but once I was in the game, the look of the world made me forget about it. The game has you playing with Buka as he works with Shiva the Lord of Destruction to save his kind. In order to do this, they must travel to Buka's temple. Twin Stones is a colorful action platformer that has you traveling through the world in different levels, fighting enemies, grabbing coins, and trying to beat your best time if you enjoy doing so. I found that the camera was annoying at times, and in the end I found reducing the audio camera sensitivity a lot and bringing camera sensitivity down to 60 really improved the experience. Even then, the camera will sometimes force your view somewhere else at the wrong time. For example, at this part, I have already grabbed the energy I needed and directed it at the wall, but when the NPC brings it up, it forces my camera back around. It happens a few times and is a bit annoying. Other than that though, running around the world and fighting enemies felt pretty darn good. I wish you could infinite slide down hills, but the platforming is smooth, and in a game like this, that's one of the most important things. You also get to see great tool come into use later on that makes platforming even more fun. The gameplay's positives definitely outweighed any kind of camera issue once I fixed the settings up a bit. Fortunately, while working on this video, the game received an update with the last level of boss, so I was able to include that, which was really great to see. There were still some small things like square shadows for round boulders, but overall I thought the last boss was really cool looking. The first things in terms of graphics I have to mention is just how awesome the world looks. It has to be one of the brightest and vibrant environments I have seen in a long time. The character and enemy designs are unique with a decent amount of variation. I did notice that regardless of graphics settings, the game seemed to stutter and even slow down when it was loading in new assets. It's a shame because it's bad enough to be noticed, and my system isn't one that would really be having an issue with a game like this. I will say that once it sat for a bit, the game played rather smoothly. The sound design in this game is kind of all over the place. The music selection was great and really fit the environments you were in. The dialogue and the voice acting had a couple of problems. The lines delivered were sometimes odd or unusual. The tone didn't always seem to fit the situation either. The main character especially often sounded like the voice actor was trying to be quiet while recording the lines. It isn't a game breaker, but it is a noticeable issue I kept hearing. I assume the voice actors were simply new to this type of thing, so I tried to look past it. The last oddity with the audio is the game times the levels. However, if you try and go through them quickly, you'll begin cutting off voice lines. Like I said though, the music really carried a sense of adventure with it, and it was a nice companion as I went through the game. So, would I recommend it? Yeah, actually, I would, and I really do invite you to play it because the game's free. It's a portfolio piece meant to show what Oasis Balloon Studio can do, so I think honest feedback is more important than ever with this one. The game's in early access and the developers want that feedback right now. If this is something they plan on showing off in the future as part of their portfolio, then let's do our part to make it as close to perfect as we can with our feedback. I appreciate Oasis Balloon Studio looking out to others for feedback on something like this, and I'm thankful to the Indie Game Collective for making me aware of it. Well, that's what I wanted to show, and if you enjoyed the video, it would really be helping me to support more indie developers if you like and subscribe for more content from me. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.